What's going on, people? How you doing? How you looking? How you feeling? Another glorious Saturday morning in London. So I need some coasters. So before I get started, rum today is Plantary Xaymaca. I've actually had this bottle for a while, but I never reviewed it, so I might actually do. This may be my first review back. I've opened it already, but this might make it my first review for the channel for this year. Also, any feedback on the new intro? I've changed the intro recently as well. I had some feedback. Some people said I missed the shots of me on the Emirates business class lounge bar, but no, things changed. I should have updated it. Really need to coast. I messed with a mark on this desk. I'm drinking another Stormio today, so that's in a cup. Xaymaca in there as well. Tastes good. So I was going to talk about the Leicester Carnival debacle. I'm sure you've all seen the clips on social media of Leicester City Carnival. I've seen some funny things on social media. I've even seen American comedians commenting on it. That's how much I think it is. If you haven't seen it, I'll be showing some things in here somewhere whilst I'm talking to you right now. But I want to put a different take on it, and you will see from the title of the video, because that wasn't a carnival in the same way Captain Morgan spiced it isn't a rum. And what I mean by that is it's rum adjacent. It's rum light. That was carnival adjacent. That was carnival light. It had the aesthetics of a carnival. So Leicester Carnival had the aesthetics of a carnival. From the distance, it looked like, if you just saw it from distance, you saw the floats, you saw the costumes, you heard the music, you saw the movement, and you would look from a distance and think, oh, is that a carnival? But as you approach, you realize, it's not quite the same. That is the same way I feel about it. And even the way I feel, that is the same thing that a Captain Morgan spiced or a Malibu and drinks of that nature. So I think Jelly Jerry's, maybe it's debate Jelly Jerry's, but yeah, drinks of that nature. And that from afar you see the bottle and it looks like a rum. And you may even pour a glass of it, smell it, and think, oh, it smells like a rum. And then you taste it. And you think, something's not quite right here. It's giving me rum vibes, but it's not really giving me rum. The reason being because a lot of those things contain lots and lots of added sugars, flavorings, and all sorts of other crap that don't really belong in rums. It's not natural at all, and the alcohol content isn't enough to warrant the designation of a rum. So what you'll normally find, especially in the UK and Europe, is that it will say rum drink or rum type drink, or it won't just say rum, it will say rum something to say that it isn't quite a rum, because it isn't quite a rum. Where stuff like this will just say rum. And I think it's very easy to be fooled. Very easy to be fooled when you see these things. Very easy to be sucked in. It's very easy to go into these conversations, go in to look at these rums, go in to see these carnivals with the best intentions. But then, without getting too deep, without getting too sort of like in the weeds, I saw a take on a carnival. I'm going to try to look it back. That they didn't use the term cultural appropriation, but that's what they'll kind of say. And yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels like when there's nothing wrong if you borrow from a culture, there's nothing wrong with appreciating the culture. But the dilution of, the forgetting of the people involved in it is what I have a problem with. And you can take that down to different levels. You can discuss it in many different forms or what have you. You can say, for example, I mean, you can argue. I don't know if it's a fair argument, but you can argue: is it right for anyone that's non-black, non-Caribbean at least, to even be involved in rum making or own a distillery? It's a question I'd ask. I don't think it needs to go that far, but I think if you're going to be involved in rum, if you're going to be involved in a culture, you to be not from the culture, you have to be that even extra more mindful about how you use it, promote it, and adapt it. I think you need to make sure you keep it as authentic as possible and respect it as much as you can. I put it like this. I have no issue with a white chef in a Caribbean restaurant. Not a problem with that. No problem with that. Doesn't bother me. If you can cook the food, you can cook the food. I'd have no issue with a black chef or a white chef in a Japanese restaurant as a chef. No issue. If you can cook the food, you can cook the food. For me, the distinction is I feel less comfortable if the owner of the restaurant, of a Japanese restaurant, isn't Japanese or of Japanese origin, or if the owner of the Caribbean restaurant isn't Caribbean or black, what have you. And to me, that's where the distinction is. I don't mind it. So I don't mind people from other countries being involved, but I don't think you should own the benefits of it. I think you can be involved in it, but not own it. Some of the issues I have with things like Reggae Land. I don't like the idea of white people owning it. I think it should be something for black people. It's a different conversation. It's a much deeper conversation, and I don't think I have all the facts into sort of really go into it. As to the reasons, the reasons why it's more difficult for a black person to get funding for these sort of things and so on and so forth. Because these are facts. These are non-knowns. I'm sure everyone on the show can understand and know these things. Anyway, back to rum. Back to the rum. What I'm going to say, and another note is, don't be fooled by these rums. Rum is special to me. There are many ways to make rum. There's many ways to enjoy rum. There's many flavors and depths and styles and just ways to it. There's so much to rum, and that's why I started this channel, because I want to explore it and learn and taste and hopefully you guys are coming on this journey with me. We reviewed so many rums, and there's so many more. I was speaking to someone the other day, and he said, "I think I've had all the rums in the world. I think I've had all the rums," and I said, "No, mate. There's a new rum every day." And I'm finding there's a new rum. I'm always finding new rums, new experiences, new takes on rum. So my closing message to this one is enjoy rum. But enjoy rum. Don't be sucked into these fakeness. Don't be sucked into these fugazi rums. There are so many good quality small batch rums, mass-produced rums to enjoy and taste without getting sucked into these cheap, get me drunk quick rums, these cheap, full of sugar rums. I think rums are best enjoyed when you're able to enjoy the flavors or in a cocktail. And if your sole purpose is just getting smashed, I don't think rum's a real drink for you. I think you disrespect rum that way when you do that. So just doing the edits of the video, I just wanted to make something clear. I'm not saying, or I wasn't saying that Leicester Carnival was not a carnival because there were white people there. I want to make that very clear. That's not what I was getting to. The point I was trying to get to was that it wasn't very well organized. It didn't look like it was promoted very well. The streets looked quite sparse. It looked like it was very well attended. Because like I said, it had costumes and everything, but I just felt like it just wasn't. When you sort of dancing in the streets, like some of the dancing wasn't quite tight. Some of the choreography wasn't there, and there was lots of gaps in between them. It just didn't look like a carnival. When you see Notting Hill Carnival, when you see Trinidad, when you see Rio, it just looks proper things, you know. And then what really made it not a carnival for me, what really just said to me, this ain't carnival vibes, was that it led into a park. And to enter the park, you need to have had a ticket. And then it just looked like some sort, yeah, it just wasn't carnival. It looked like a day festival maybe, but not a carnival. Just took that away from me. So that is what I meant by it wasn't a carnival. It looked from a carnival, it looked from afar, you saw the costumes, saw the bands. Like I said, it looked like a carnival, but you get into it and see the details of it, see the lack of people, see the fact it goes to a park. That is not a carnival for me. And then the second thing, one other point, was that I didn't realize that you could have a washing machine when it was going off in the background. So I will definitely make a note of that and not record when a washing machine is going on.